Well, hello everybody. Bill Shaka here. Welcome to another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. I am going to give you my standard disclaimer about these 5-Minute Motivators being a one-take wonder. I do that because over the last several days, the magpies have been extremely aggressive. You may see a few of them in the background trying to get to the cat food that I put out. Oh, there's one of them on the side. And they are very, very loud, almost to the point of being obnoxious birds in the way they squawk and squeal. You may hear some of them in the background. That's okay. I'm here to give you some crunchy granola to chew on for the day. So let's not even worry about the magpies. What I would like to talk to you about today is something that I call belief constraint. How many of us, ladies and gentlemen, how many of us are constrained by our belief in what we can and what we cannot do? How many of us have these scripts that are running through our mind? And these scripts are telling us that we can't do something because, fill in the blank. I'm too old. I'm too young. I don't have a college education. I've got too much education for that. Nobody in my family's ever done that. My mother and father told me I was never going to be good at that. The end result is that we may, in fact, not believe we can do something simply because of the scripts and the little storylines that we tell ourselves on a consistent basis. You know, I know it's an old story, but I think it was May 6th, and I forgot the year, maybe 1954, Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile. This was unheard of. Nobody ever thought the 4-minute mile could be broke. Medical science at the time believed that the body, the heart in particular, would basically blow up if we ever tried to run past the 4-minute mile. Well, Roger Bannister proved that that was incorrect. And as a matter of fact, he broke the 4-minute mile. First time ever in history. That's interesting. But you know what's very interesting about it? Is that within several months after him, 11 other people broke that same record. Why didn't those 11 people break the record before Roger Bannister? And who are those 11 people? I don't know. Who's the second person that broke the 4-minute mile? I don't know either, but we know the first person. But why didn't these other people do it? They obviously had the capability to do it. They didn't believe they can. They didn't believe it was possible until Roger Bannister did it. And at that point, everybody said, if he can do it, then I can do it. But it took that additional level of belief. Think about where you are in various aspects of your life right now. What do you believe you can do? More importantly, at least for this 5-minute motivator, what do you think you can't do? Are you in sales? Is there that account that you just can't seem to break through? Are you a manager? Is there a person that works for you that you just can't seem to get to communicate with properly? Are you a parent and you're having trouble with that teenage kid? You're having trouble in a relationship and you don't think there's any way to work through it. Well, you know what? You're right, if that's your belief system. However, if you believe above and beyond that, there may be solutions to your issues. Wayne Dyer brought it up best, and I know I mentioned this in past 5-minute motivators. I don't think you'll die from overexposure to hearing the material twice. Wayne Dyer was asked by an individual in the audience, what are the limitations that we face in our life? And Wayne Dyer's response was, the only limitation that you face in your life is the belief that you have a limitation. Belief in the fact that you have a limitation. The fact is that we don't. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can't give you many actionable items in this 5-minute motivator because there just simply isn't enough time. But what I would like you to do is to chew on this today. I'd like you to think about some things that you believe you are not capable of doing. I don't care what it is. It could be physical, it could be mental, whatever it is. But I'd like you to think through that process, think through it deeply, and find alternative solutions. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're 50 pounds overweight and you don't believe you can run around the track at your kid's high school field 12 times to do 3 miles, you should believe that. Okay, it's a slow process. Success is progressive. It's a slow process. So I don't want you coming back to me and saying I took a heart attack because I believed I could do something that you said. That's not the point here. What is the point, though, is that you need to be able to suspend the constraints on your belief system. The more that you are able to do that, the more I believe that you are going to be able to accomplish things within a common sense approach, but you're going to be able to accomplish the things that are meaningful to you. Belief constraint, and more importantly, the suspension of those constraints will allow you to grow more. This is Bill Shaka thanking you for attending another edition of the 5 Minute Motivator. Please keep in mind that very soon we are going to have a 5 Minute Motivator membership where you're going to be able to have these 5 Minute Motivators sent directly to your inbox every day. Look forward to seeing you. Thanks. Bye-bye.